I'm chasing my PB, so come along with me and let's unbox these and get into it. I got a big haul of swim baits. We're going to be unboxing, showcasing you guys some big baits, chasing some big fish this spring. All right, so let's take a look at what we got in front of us here. We got a lot of big swim baits. We got a couple smaller swim baits. But what you're going to see as a pattern is we're chasing big fish, mimicking what they're going to go after on the pre-spawn to stock up, get fat, and get ready for that spawn time frame. So in order to do so, we're going to make as much of the aggressive attraction type baits that you can have. Starting with big old glide bait over here, the Swerve from Bass Pro Shops, a mag draft. You got your big 8-inch coal shad in the middle, your 6-inch in the white, another 6-inch in a perch, the Nessie in a 7-inch as well as a 5-inch, a little sleeper gill from Megabass, and a little old school discontinued bait, a Booyah Boo rig. It's like a mini Alabama rig just with blades. These are super cool. So we're going to go through it, kind of break it down, show you what I'm going to be doing and why I have these specific colors. Because here in the Northwest, our bait fish are a little bit different than some of the other areas of the country. We don't have necessarily shad color in our baits so much as we do. We have a lot of stocker rainbow trout and we have a lot of perch and panfish. So rainbow trout in most of our lakes get stocked here in the spring, and it really drives these big fish in the pre-spawn to feed. And sometimes those rainbow trout lakes have some of the biggest fish in the state and even the region. There was a couple of fish well over 10 pounds that have been caught in those rainbow trout planted type lakes. So when you start looking at the reasoning for the color, you're going to see why I really have some confidence in the rainbow trout pattern. I myself fish a lot of regular rainbow trout colored jerk baits and other things like that and do well throughout the year. I have not, though, had a chance to go and really target with these swim baits. So I'm really trying to go for maybe 1 or 2 bites in a day, knowing that those are going to be the quality big fish, and I probably won't get as many of the smaller bites. But frankly, if I'm chasing that fish that's above 5.2 pounds, it doesn't matter to me. I am going to sacrifice a few trips in order to have that success. So we'll go left to right, break it down. This new one to me, I've never come across this yet. Bass Pro Shops is starting to have some of their own glide baits and some other options. This is the only color they have. However, I did order the Hatchery Hero Rainbow Trout color of this too. So I'm really excited to see that one as well. But a big glide bait. Now this has a huge profile in terms of height compared to the Nessie or some of these others, right? Look at the comparison between the two. Definitely a bigger body, so it's going to have a lot bigger glide to it. Sometimes that has more drawing power and really a slower presentation. If the water's cold, this glide bait can be really, really good. So definitely excited to try that out. We got then a mag draft, right? And I know this has been a staple for many, many friends of mine as well as other anglers across the country. I've never fished them. And frankly, never really fished too many big paddle style swim baits like this outside of saltwater fishing for lingcod. So for bass, I'm excited to try something completely new. It's going to be a new feel, new deal. But I'm really excited to see what this can do for just drawing out some of these big fish that I know we have. So again, rainbow trout color. This one's the 6-inch size. There's another look at it for you. Really some great color. Really excited for that one. Now, I'm going to pull this one out because this frankly is the biggest swim bait that I have ever prepped to throw. An 8-inch trout style. This is obviously the coal shad, right? But that is as perfect looking of a rainbow trout in most of our lakes I was very curious what happens throwing this giant thing around. For the sake of water conditions, also got the pearl white, pretty good one as a standard baseline. And we have a couple lakes that do have some really good perch populations, so I figured getting the perch color too would be really good. So I'm really excited for that one, because these HD images that the Berkeley baits have just look so realistic. Between a perch there, you saw the trout pattern on the other one over here, and it really just is as realistic as you can get. And I'm really excited because these are also adjustable. I've been reading up on it. You know, they have a really cool clip system where the hook will, if you hook a fish or it comes off, this goes right back in the slot, and you have a little clip right here. But there's also a couple spots you can put some weights in to make these things fish differently. Changing your sink rates, and it goes through here kind of on your boxes what to tell you. So for someone who hasn't done this much, it's pretty cool that these are not just a cast and go, but you can modify just like anything else and make them fit the situation you want. It could be that the rainbow trout one that I already have on my rod rigged stays as just a straight runner out of the box, but maybe we take this perch one and we put a little bit of a nail weight in it, get it to sink a little bit further down. Typically you're going to find the perch more in the weeds than the trout will be, so might be the direction that I take this guy and kind of modify him, and know that if I'm fishing different areas, a simple modification for a nail weight could change not only the depth, but exactly where I can target those bait fish at. Obviously white there. Again, like I said, another good color combo. Now the Nessie was another one that I came across, right? This was one, it's a soft glide bait. So it caught my eye of just having another opportunity style lure that could bring in some different action. Now, I know from just reading up on everything that you're pretty good, can't go wrong colors are always going to be a white and some kind of a bait fish. So I came across a deal, I believe this was Black Friday, and got some of these just to have. But they looked pretty cool. The white one took out of the box to kind of play with it a little bit and just get a feel. But it really has a good action for what that joint is. And what's also neat, when you look at the joint itself, it has a fiber mesh in between. So that really does give you some good side-to-side action. And he's got these balancing fins, so this keeps this thing in the water nice. But I'm excited to give that a whirl and really see if this can draw some big fish out as well. And then that little tiny 5-inch one. Now, I saw Mike Iaconelli actually whack a really big fish on this small guy with just a little tiny spinning rod, which brought me to thinking that there's a couple lakes I know of where I do really good pre-spawn with a rainbow trout jerkbait. This guy will absolutely kill it as well. So I'm excited for this small version if the fish are a little more finicky and pressured. From what I've been able to see and read up on, you can draw fish in a lot of times with these big baits. And when you do get big baits to draw fish in, they don't always commit. And so having a follow-up bait rigged up can be the difference of getting that fish to bite or not. So might be able to rig up a small spinning rod with this little guy, but be fishing the big one, and maybe it's the trigger of a smaller profile that gets him to bite. But I'm excited for that just because it gives me something else in a different cadence, a different way to try some new stuff out. And speaking of new, to me at least, the sleeper gill. This one caught my eye, and I thought, oh, I got it on sale, might as well try it out. I know that they're pretty popular. I've always done well with the dark sleeper, so I know this was the panfish version to mimic. And so with it being 3/4 ounce, and again having a lot of our perch bodies of water, for both smallmouth and largemouth, this has the opportunity to be pretty good. So I'm excited to give this thing a whirl locally and see what we can do. So that will be another one. Now, I saved this one for last in particular, and this is the Booyah Boo Rig. Because it's discontinued, I have been able to come across a little bit of them here and there, but it was really cool in the concept. When I came across this Booyah Boo Rig, to me, it was a way easier way to fish an Alabama style bait without the hassle of all the extra hooks. Because this is just one connection point and the rest being blades, I rigged one up that I've been playing around with. It really looks good. And so I'm really excited to give this a whirl in a couple different applications, fresh and saltwater. But for the sake of having a little bit bigger profile early on in the spring and putting on a little underspin that I make, this could be really deadly effective, especially on smallmouth. So I think this one's going to be a really cool one to play around with more as well this spring. But kind of just a neat little tackle unboxing to showcase a little bit to you guys of what I'm excited about to try throwing, what I'm going to be doing to chase. And for me, getting more into the bass realm, because it helps me get on the water and just go catch some fish, and frankly just continue to enjoy the time frame when the weather breaks and not just be waiting once in a while for when the rivers drop. So spring fishing in the Northwest has a lot of opportunities, but sometimes there isn't as much because of rivers being blown out with the weather, or you're in transition between runs. So I picked up bassin a few years ago, and let me tell you, I am straight up hooked, because you can always go out and catch fish pretty much no matter the conditions. In the spring, you can chase some of the biggest fish of the year. Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm chasing my PB. Right now, in Washington State, it's 5.2 pounds. I'm going to be chasing that fish and beating it with a 6-pounder. And how I'm going to do that is fishing swim baits this spring. So I picked up last year this little combo. The rod itself is $50 from Cabela's. I did not want to break the bank, do anything crazy. It just is a simplistic rod to throw these bigger baits. Coal shad and rainbow trout, that's what I got there, the standard 6-inch. Running this on 20-pound test line, Alexa 300 reel, just to get me started. If I want to get really fancy with this later on, then of course I may go more buy an expensive setup. But just getting my feet wet in it, swim baits is going to be a real challenge, and I'm up for it. Now let me know in the comments below what your favorite lure was that we showcased. I'm telling you right now, I am jazzed up for these two in my hands right here. Now if you like this video, you're going to want to check out this one right here. I know you're going to like it as well. Tight lines and fish on!